Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is not an easy one. It's one that is shocking, heartbreaking, and honestly it left me speechless. We are talking about a story that recently happened in Paris, at Disneyland Paris to be exact. What was supposed to be a magical fairy tale wedding turned into an absolute nightmare. So please watch till the end because this story is a wake-up call for all of us to stay vigilant and protect our children at all costs. So let's get into it and see what we have here. So here's this main story breakdown. So I came across this story through Google News and it was reported by, I believe it's called Sun Club. So they were the one that actually published this story. So I'm just literally just kind of like narrating what I read from the published article. So it says that Disneyland Paris, a place known for joy, magic, childhood dreams, agreed to rent out their iconic castle to a group of wedding organizers. So the organizers claim it was a wedding between two consenting adults. Well, that's what the invited guest thought as well. And the event was set to take place on the 21st at 5 a.m. So the total number of guests that were there were 100 in number. The castle was beautifully decorated. Everyone was ready for what they thought would be a romantic fairy tale moment, right? Then the groom arrives, a 39-year-old man. That's what was reported. That's the age that was reported about this man. The guests waited in anticipation to see the bride, but then when the bride finally appeared, she was a 9-year-old little girl, dressed in a white dress with her hair curled. So shocked, kind of, the guest and everyone included was kind of shocked by the whole scene that was unfolding before them. That's when they immediately realized that something was terribly wrong. So they had to call the police. Actually, the Disneyland staff members, they are the one who called the police. So it turns out that this man was a convicted pedophile from Britain, wanted by the British government. He had managed to trick the organizers and Disneyland staff into thinking it was a normal wedding, where his plans was to marry a child right there at Disneyland in front of everyone. So there's another article, a continuation of the article, that they have some updates about who this child is and who this man is. So let's get into it. So I tried to search out to see if I can find any video reaction on this story, but the only one that I saw was the one that was actually a broadcasting television, and it was in French. So I'm just literally just going to be translating, not word verbatim everything that they're talking about, but just for you guys to get the whole background story, right? So this lady, she's one of the guests that was invited to the so-called or pretend wedding. She said when she was excited waiting to see the bride, then she sees a woman carrying a child in her hand, and when she looked, all she could see was curly hair, a white dress, and then when the child was put down to stand, she realized that she was about 9 years old, and she was wearing 4 inches heel that was taped to her ankle. Imagine how terrible that is. So some people are saying that they don't think it was real. Some people are saying they think that it was just an act to for social studies, to bring people into awareness that such things could happen. But then let's read some updates about who this little girl is and who actually this man is. So when the Disney staff called the police, come to find out, it was reported that this young girl was of Ukrainian nationality. And so imagine being far away from you. When did he kidnap the child and bring her to Paris, or how did she get in Paris if she's of Ukrainian nationality? Then imagine the atrocity. Imagine that, what if this situation was not, what if this man had done this wedding only between him and this girl and the person that was officiating the wedding? What if he did not invite the 100 guests? What if it was not in Disneyland Paris, right? Imagine this young lady's fate would have been sealed, tied to a 39-year-old man, a life full of abuse, a life full of, I don't know what else he would have been doing to this child. So this is really heartbreaking, and it's scary. It's really scary. When I was reading this story, I felt sick to my stomach. Like, as a society, we will always talk about protecting our children, but predators like this exist and would do anything to hurt them. Like, how did he go? How did he even get this little girl? But anyway, it's terrifying how far he went, planning an entire wedding, inviting guests, decorating a venue as a public and iconic as Disneyland. This shows us that evil does not always hide in dark corners. Sometimes it hides in broad daylight, behind smiles, fairy tales, and fancy events. But I do believe that God actually exposed him. That God is so good. Like, I'm so glad that he did it in a public space where he was found out and it was reported, right? But this is a reminder that we have to stay watchful. We have to listen to our instincts, question things that seem off, and speak up, because a lot is happening out there. This world we live in is day by day becoming sordid and terrifying. And so, I don't know. So let me know what your thoughts in the comment section, and please take the time to click that like button and share with somebody that needs to hear about this. We need to have people aware and get everyone informed, and and so that we can all do the right thing when it comes to protecting our children, when it comes to protecting children in general from all these kind of predators out there. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so that you don't miss out on stories and conversations like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for being here. I love us all. Until next time, bye bye.